Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Y&R Trends. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The night falls over Genoa City. It is really quiet. Feels like something is about to happen. The walls seem to be waiting for something. Kyle Abbott is standing by himself in the living room of the Abbott mansion. The room is not well lit. He has taken off his jacket, put it on a chair. His tie is also loosened. Kyle Abbott is pressing his fingers to his head. He is trying to stop the truth from coming out. Kyle Abbott feels like he is being betrayed every second. The truth is hurting Kyle Abbott. He does not know what to do. Every second that passes feels like a betrayal to Kyle Abbott. Every time Kyle thinks about what happened, it plays out a little differently in his mind. He remembers Claire crying. He remembers her being really scared. He remembers the way she asked him not to tell anyone just yet. Kyle breathes out slowly, knowing that there is no waiting. The truth is like an animal. It is coming out no matter what. Holden needs to know the truth about what happened. It does not matter if it hurts him or not. The truth about Claire and what she did is going to come out. It could hurt all of them, including Holden and Kyle and Claire herself. Holden walks in like he always does, calling out for Kyle. He says Kyle's name like they are friends or something. This makes Kyle's stomach feel weird away. "You said it was urgent," Holden says as he walks into the room. "What is going on? Is it about Claire? I have been trying to call her. She does not answer and I am getting really worried." Kyle turns and Holden sees that he looks really tired. His jaw is all tight. The way Kyle looks makes Holden stop talking in the middle of what he's saying. Kyle tells Holden to sit down. He does not ask him to sit down. Holden looks unhappy. He sits down anyway. He can tell that something big is going on. The room is quiet for a time. It is an uncomfortable quiet. Finally Holden laughs. It is not a happy laugh. "You are really scaring me, Kyle," Holden says. "Just tell me what is going on." Kyle swallows hard. His voice is low and steady. You can tell he has been practicing what to say. He says, "I am going to tell you something that is going to change everything. Once I say it, I cannot take it back." Holden leans forward. His elbows are on his knees. You can see he is getting a little angry, but he is also worried about Kyle. Holden says, "Kyle, whatever this is, just tell me." Kyle interrupts him, his eyes locked on Holden's. He says, "Claire's baby is not yours." These words are like a shock. Holden stops moving. His face gets really pale. He is trying to understand what he just heard. "What?" he says in a voice. "That is not funny." Kyle moves his head from side to side slowly. "I am not joking," Kyle says to Holden. Holden looks at Kyle and Kyle says, "I am telling you the truth, that's what happened." Holden gets up fast and starts walking around. "No, that is not possible. We did a lot of tests. We made timelines. Claire and I worked on this together." He turns around quickly. "What are you telling me?" Kyle's chest feels tight. This is it. The moment when everything changes. "I am saying that I am the father," Kyle says. The room feels like it is spinning. Holden looks at Kyle. You can see that he does not believe it. Then his face. He looks really angry. "You, Holden." His voice gets louder. Kyle says he got her pregnant. Kyle nods his head. You can see the shame all over his face. This happened a time ago, one night when something bad happened that should not have happened. Holden starts laughing. It is a hard and sad laugh. He says, "What do you mean, a mistake?" Then Holden jumps forward, grabs Kyle by the shirt. "You slept with the woman I care about. Now she is going to have a baby and you are saying it was a mistake?" Kyle does not try to fight back. He allows Holden to push him around. He lets his anger come out. "Go ahead and hit me if you want to," Kyle says. That will not change what is true about the situation with Holden and Kyle and the truth that Kyle is talking about. Holden lets him go, all of a sudden stepping back like something is really wrong. "You are not telling the truth," he says in a voice. "You have to be making this up." Kyle puts his hand in his jacket pocket, pulls out a piece of paper that has been folded up and puts it on the table in front of them. "These are the DNA results," he says in a voice. "Claire had them done week. She did not want to keep lying." Holden looks at the paper. Does not pick it up like he is scared it will do something bad. "She let me think that the baby was mine," he says quietly. "She saw me make plans for the future. I even picked out a name for the baby. I talked about getting married." His eyes look back at Kyle. Did you know the time that the baby was not mine? Kyle stops for a moment, then he nods his head. Yes, he says. Every single day that I did not tell you the truth is something that I will feel bad about for the rest of my life. Holden's pain turns to anger. He says, you are my friend. You were my friend. You are the son of Jack Abbott. You were taught to be loyal when you were growing up. How could you do something like this to me? Kyle's voice starts to shake for the time. I did it because I was not strong. I did it because I still had feelings for her. I told myself that if I did not say anything it would hurt fewer people. Holden laughs in a way. Good job. You were wrong about that, Kyle. You were wrong about what would happen if you kept Kyle. He picks up the DNA results, starts to read them. His hands are shaking badly. The more he reads, the more it sinks in. He says loud, it is a positive match, and then he sees the name Kyle Abbott. The paper falls out of his hands. He says, my God. The DNA results say it is Kyle Abbott, and that is too much for him to handle. The weight of what they found out is really getting to them. Kyle takes a step closer to him. Claire did not plan any of this, he says. She was really scared. She still is scared. She did not want to lose you. Holden laughs again. It is not funny anymore. She already lost me, he says in a voice. You lost me too. Then he turns around, stares out the window at the dark grounds. Do you know what you have taken away from me? Kyle does not wait to answer. Yes. I will never forgive myself for it. There is silence again. The only sound is Holden breathing unevenly. After a while Holden asks, what now? He wants to know what Kyle is going to do. Are you going to come in and act like everything is fine? Holden says, his voice shaking a little. Kyle shakes his head. No. I am not asking for anything. I just could not let you keep living a lie. Whatever you decide, whatever Claire decides, I will accept it. Holden turns slowly, his eyes are red. He looks resolute. That child is yours, he says. I am the one who has been there for her. I am the one who went to all her appointments. I held her hand when she was scared. His voice becomes hard. Kyle nods his head. I know that I did something wrong. I will not forget it. Holden takes a step closer to me. Talks in a softer voice. Let me make one thing very clear. If you hurt that child, if you hurt Claire again, I will make sure that you lose everything that you have. Meanwhile, across town, Claire is sitting by herself in her apartment. She has her hands on her belly. Tears are falling down her face. Claire knows what is going on. She can feel it in her heart. The truth is out now. There is no way to stop what will happen next. Her phone is buzzing. Kyle sent her a message that says, I told him. Claire closes her eyes. She starts to cry hard. Memories of what happened are coming back to her. She remembers the night she spent with Kyle. She thinks about the feelings she still has for him. Claire also remembers how scared she was when she found out she was going to have a baby. The truth about her and Kyle and the baby is out now. Claire is thinking about all of this. It is very sad for her. She had tried to do the thing, at least what felt safest to her. Now the whole thing is broken into pieces. Everything that mattered is shattered. The things that she thought were okay are not okay anymore. Everything is messed up and nothing is the same. The day people in Genoa City are talking about something in hushed voices. Things do not stay hidden for long in this town. Jack notices that something is not right soon as Kyle walks into Jabot. Kyle looks tired, is not paying attention to anything. Jack says to him, what is going on? Kyle looks at his father, tells him the truth. I hurt someone badly, he says. Jack does not ask any questions for now, but he knows that the Abbott family is in trouble again. On the side of town, Holden is talking to Claire. He is very upset. The pain in his eyes is clear. It is hurting him more than if he were yelling at her. He asks her why. In a way, Claire starts to cry and tells him everything. Her voice is shaking as she says she was scared of losing him. She was scared of taking care of the baby by herself. She was scared of dealing with Kyle. Holden listens to what she has to say. He is very upset. Then something changes inside of him. The love they have does not just disappear. It gets broken into pieces. As time goes on, people are taking sides. Kyle is really struggling with the fact that he is going to be a dad and he feels guilty and responsible. Claire is getting criticized by everyone. She is stuck between two guys, and one thing that is definitely true. Holden has to figure out if he can still be in the baby's life even though he is not the dad, or if leaving is the only way to deal with the hurt. The whole time the future of the baby is hanging over everything, because no matter what, the baby will always connect them whether they like it or not. The baby will always be a part of Kyle and Claire and Holden's lives. In Genoa City, love is rarely simple. The truth is always costly, and secrets, no matter how well-intentioned, inevitably explode. Kyle told Holden the shocking truth, but the real fallout has only just begun. The morning the sun came through the blinds at the Abbott mansion. It made shadows in the living room where Kyle was still sitting. Kyle had not slept all. His eyes were red. His hair was messy. Every part of his body was very tired. He could not rest. The Abbott mansion and what Kyle had just done were weighing heavily on him. He had told Holden the truth. Kyle had torn apart the truth that held the friendships, love and family loyalty of the Abbott mansion together. The truth about the Abbott mansion was now out. Kyle had done it. Now there was only silence, thick and suffocating. The front door opened quietly. Jack stepped inside, his briefcase in his hand. Jack's face looked really calm. Kyle could tell that Jack was worried. "Kyle," Jack said in a voice leaning against the door frame. "I know you did what you thought was best. I also know that this is going to be tough for everyone." Kyle looked up at Jack, and Kyle could see that he felt bad and angry at the time. "What do you mean I did the thing, Jack? I just hurt Holden badly. I think I really messed up Claire's life. I am not sure what I was thinking. Maybe I messed up my life too. I do not understand how this can be the thing to do. I keep thinking about what I did to Claire's life." Jack let out a breath and walked across the room to sit down next to him. "The truth is like fire. It is better than pretending everything is okay when it is not. Holden has the right to know who the father of his child is. Claire has the right to know what is really going on. You, Kyle, deserve a chance to try to fix things." Kyle ran his hands through his hair. "Fix things? I do not even know if that is something I can do, Jack." Holden looks at me now. I see disgust in his eyes. I also see a lot of pain. And then I look at Claire. She is really scared. I thought that I was helping her by not saying anything. It looks like I made things worse for Claire. I made the wound deeper for Holden and for Claire. Jack put a hand on his son Kyle's shoulder. "Sometimes we think protecting someone means we have to do a lot. That is not true. You told the truth, Kyle. You said what you did was wrong and you took responsibility for it. That is all you can do, Kyle. The rest is up to the people involved." Kyle nodded slowly. This did not make him feel any better. He still felt bad inside. "I just do not like how this happened," Kyle said. "I do not like that I hurt him. I really do not like that I hurt Claire." "Genoa City is a place that teaches you things in a way," Jack said in a soft voice, standing up. "Can be really harsh. Sometimes the things we learn there come with things happening that none of us see coming. Genoa City does that to people." Across town, Holden sat by himself in the empty living room of his apartment. The paper with the DNA results was still on the coffee table in front of him. His hands were shaking when he picked up the paper and read the words again. "Kyle Abbott is the father." Holden's mind was racing, thinking about all the times he thought the baby was his. He remembered every time the baby kicked, every time they did an ultrasound, every time he stayed up late talking to Claire. It was all a lie. Holden thought about the DNA results. How they said Kyle Abbott was the baby's biological father. He could not believe it. The lie was really well. Now it is all falling apart. The lie that people believed is now broken into pieces. The beautiful lie is no longer beautiful because it is a lie, and now everyone knows the truth about the lie. He could feel anger building up inside him. It was like something alive. It hurt a lot. What really hurt was feeling betrayed. Kyle had betrayed him. That was very painful. It was not just Kyle. Claire had also betrayed him. He had trusted Claire completely. He had loved her much. She was the woman who was supposed to have his baby. She had let this terrible thing happen. Now he is left with nothing. He only has pieces of what they had. That is all that is left of his life with Claire and the baby. Anger and betrayal are all he feels now because of what Kyle and Claire did. Claire got to the apartment after that. She was being really careful. The sound of her coat was soft and familiar. It was loud in the apartment. "Holden," she said. Then she stopped talking. Her voice got stuck in her throat. Holden looked up at her slowly. His eyes were angry. "Do not," he said in a voice. "Do not," he said again. Claire's lips were shaking. "I am sorry," she said in a quiet voice. "I did not mean for things to go this way. I did not want to hurt Holden." Holden started laughing. It was not a happy laugh. It was an empty sound. "You did not want to hurt me," he said to Claire. "Claire, you made me think that I was the father of this child. You let me make plans and have hopes and feel love for this child. What was the point of all that? So I could watch everything fall apart." Claire shook her head fast. She said, "I was really scared. I was scared of losing you. I was scared of taking care of the baby by myself. I was scared of everything that was happening." Kyle did not know what to do either. The baby and everything was a lot for us to handle. "We both made mistakes, Holden. We did things that were not right. Kyle and we did not know how to do things, Holden." "Mistakes?" Holden said, his voice getting louder. "Mistakes?" He looked at Claire. "This is not a mistake, Claire. This is something worse. This is when someone does something to hurt you on purpose. It is a thing to do, Claire. A bad betrayal, Claire." Claire took a step closer to Holden. She looked at him with a lot of desperation in her eyes. She said, "I love you, Holden. I never stopped loving you. I still love you. I still want us to be together." Then she said, "I cannot change what has happened. The baby that is growing inside me is Kyle's baby." Claire put her hand on her stomach. It was shaking. When she did that, Holden jumped back like her touch was hurting him. He really looked upset when he saw her hand on her stomach. The baby was really Kyle's. That was very hard for Holden to accept. Claire was. She said, "I love you, Holden," again. She wanted him to know that she still cared about him. He said to me, "Do you even know what this means?" His voice was really quiet. It sounded like he was mad. "You and I have to change everything. We have to think about how we talk to each other. How I think about you. How I think about him. You have made it so we cannot go back to the way things were before." Claire's shoulders fell down. She said, "I know." Holden leaned back in his chair. Looked at her. He said, "And Kyle is part of this now. Kyle is not a friend to me. Kyle is not family. Kyle is the father. I have to figure out what that means for me. How much of my life I can still give to this, to everything that is happening with Kyle and the baby." Kyle was having a time trying to feel like things were okay again. The days went by. It was a real struggle to deal with the guilt that was eating away at him. He did his job at Jabot. He sent emails, he signed papers. He said hello to the people he worked with. The whole time he was doing this, he could not stop thinking about what he had done. Every time Kyle looked at his phone, he thought about Holden and how angry Holden was with him. He thought about Claire and how broken Claire was because of what Kyle had done. Kyle knew Holden was very angry with him. Kyle knew Claire was really hurt by what Kyle had done to Claire. He knew that he had to find a way through this tough situation. The child was counting on him. So was his own heart. He had to do this for the child and for his sake. It was really tough. He tried to get in touch with Holden. He sent texts, made phone calls, and he even said they could meet face to face. Every time Holden did or did not respond, it hurt him deeply. Kyle, Holden said, when they finally met at a cafe, a place where nobody would bother them. His voice was sharp. He was calm. "I do not know if I can ever trust Kyle again. Kyle has turned everything around in a bad way." Kyle let out a breath, his voice shaking. "I do not expect you to forgive me. I just need you to know that I will be there for the baby. I do not want to hurt the baby. I do not want to hurt Claire. I definitely do not want to hurt you, Holden. I know I have hurt you. I cannot take it back. I can try to do the right thing from now on for the baby and for you and for Claire and for everyone. I will be there for the baby. I will do my part to make sure the baby is okay, and that you and Claire are okay too, Holden." Holden looked at him. He felt angry, but at the same time he still felt loyal and friendly towards him. "Do you know how it feels, Kyle?" Holden asked. "To think you are someone's father. Then you find out you are not. Then you realize the man you thought was your friend, he is actually the father of the kid. The man I thought was my friend, Kyle, he is the one who's really the father." Kyle said this softly. He said, "I understand." He meant it too. The baby deserves a lot better than the mistakes Kyle made. Kyle feels like he has let a lot of people down, including himself and the people he cares about, like the baby and you. The baby is going to need someone who can take care of her, and Kyle does not want his mistakes to hurt the baby. Holden did not respond away. He took a breath. His eyes were fixed on the table, on the coffee cup that was still full in front of him. You are right, he said. She deserves better than the mistakes you made. Claire deserves better than the two of us, Holden and you, fighting with each other all the time. Back at Claire's apartment, Claire started to sort out her feelings. This was a painful thing for Claire to do. Claire knew people outside her door were talking about her. Her friends, her family, the people who lived near her. They all had something to say. Claire did not care what they thought.